So I wanted to show you this chart. I made already a post, but I'm going to show you how it works. So by the way, just notice it has the color of Italian flag. I didn't do that. Actually, somebody from the company is helping me to set it up. I need to go through the training. It's very interesting software. It's called Flow Immersive, and we have a lot of capabilities. This is just like a very, very small preview of what their capabilities are. In theory, you can make these charts that are completely interactive. They You can zoom in, you can click every single dot, and every dot could contain information. Like for example, um, when we reach the bottom, when we reach the top, we could put like different events on each dot, so you can click and see something important happen there, like the ETFs, or some China bonds. So every dot could contain actual information, like a little wiki. Then you could add 3D, like you could put hash rate on one of the axes. You could do all kind of incredible things. Also, it has a VR capability where you actually could create, like you could actually walk through the chart and do all kind of really cool stuff. This is just the beginning. The capability are immense. So I'm going to work with them to develop these charts, make them more and more interactive and interesting, and useful for the Bitcoiners. But even just this very simple version is really cool because many people still don't understand how the logs work, and so actually seeing these in real time, it's really interesting. And by the way, you see out here we have kind of this player because you can actually make different like a progression, like a story, almost like showing different topics, maybe showing how addresses relate to price to addresses, or addresses change in time, let's say, and then price to addresses, like the chain that we say is actually the cause for this behavior. And then you could follow the story. It's really cool, just stay tuned. But what I like about these is how you can switch on and off the logs, right? So right now it's on and it has this straight line behavior, right? Not just the line in the middle and the support and resistance line, but also Bitcoin itself, the price. You see how linearized it is. Yes, there are oscillations, but in general it looks straight, right? So you can turn it off, and now you see this, it is the linear behavior. Now, one of the limitations here, I cannot drag it for some reason, but I'm pretty sure it can be done. It's just this particular version because I would like to bring it up so you can see it better. But let's be patient for now. But you see, the power law is really this curve. It's not really a straight line when you go in the log linear chart. It's a straight line. It's a J, because you know how a parabola goes up, right? Parabola is square. This is 6, the power of 6, so it goes even faster than a parabola. So when people say, oh, the price is parabolic, it's always parabolic, always. The bubbles are just some deviation from the trend. When you see it goes back to the trend, you see how it goes every single time back to the trend. It's like the bubble didn't exist, or the bottom didn't exist. What matters is the general trend. The general trend goes all the time up. When people say numbers go up, they are actually, let's try to go full screen, they are actually right. And the math says it's right. And we are going up very, very fast in this very sustainable, very consistent pattern that is better than an exponential, because exponential tend to crash, while power laws are very strong, anti-fragile. They can stand many different regimes, so it's the best possible path for growth for Bitcoin. And it's fast. For the people who think it's not fast, they should go find another Bitcoin, because they are not appreciating what Bitcoin is doing for us. In the end, it's not me inventing this stuff. Like let's say Bitcoin was not invented, was discovered. I discovered this. It is a discovery. This is what Bitcoin does. It's not made up, right? It's not me making a model. This is just a way of showing the data. Which model? Which model are you talking about? Look at what the data does. I'm just showing what happened when you're looking at it through different lenses. It's like we're trying to understand, looking at the Saturn, and you don't know there are rings, and then I show you the rings, and you feel, oh, you're making it up. That is what actually the idiots around of a church were telling Galileo. The devil, the telescope is made by the devil. Yeah, the devil is also making the power law. You're an idiot. I'm sorry if I'm so strong, because the people that still resist and laugh and don't understand, you don't understand Bitcoin, so you deserve the insult, because you don't understand Bitcoin. You refuse, not me, you're refusing to understand Bitcoin. You're making up stupid excuses. So anyway, so if I do the log only on the y-axis, this is what you get, right? You get this curve that everybody's familiar. Everybody look for these curves for years and years, and nobody understood that there was a very precise pattern. What is that pattern? If I do also the log of the x-axis, it's clear what is the pattern. It's this. And anybody that is familiar with power laws, or like physicists are the ones who use them all the time, immediately recognize this as a power law. That means there is some kind of relationship of a kind, y equal x to the n. And n is the power. That's why it's called the power law. I didn't invent the name. It's a standard name for this phenomena, where if you take the log of a quantity and the log of another, in this case we are taking the log of a price versus the log of a time, and you get a straight line, or something that looks roughly like a straight line. This looks like a straight line in average, right? There are oscillations around this general pattern. It's a power law, what is called the power law. And it's undeniable. Bitcoin has been a power law for 15 years. And it's a beautiful power law. It's going up all the time. The bubble basically don't exist. You see how you reach a top, it goes back to the support line. It reaches the top and it goes back to the support line. It has done this for 15 years. And it will continue to do this because it's scale invariant. And scale invariant means this behavior doesn't change. It will continue. It's part of his DNA, part of his essence. And so please try to understand this, because it's important. Even if you're old, even if you're looking at a long-term trajectory, it's important to understand how Bitcoin behaves and what it is and the reasons behind this behavior. So try to learn about Bitcoin, okay? Thank you.